he's mixing 100 and some 50 now, which is cool. And he's playing a lot of tables, so I think he's going to be playing pretty straightforward. I think he bets an ace a bit more than that, 250 into 350 on that kind of board. Again, 665 into 8, which is it's going to be kind of hard for him to barrel here because I can have, well, there's all kinds of misdraws. Depending on his bet size, really. Yeah, I think he bets. I don't really think I could potentially have a flush draw, I guess. I think it's too thin with the amount of ace X combos you can have. It's a bit thin there to bet. It was right, he didn't have an ace on the flop. You can tell, I've kind of sort of picked this up already on people, like, if you can really tell, like, just small things that they do, the mass tablers, that I didn't think that you could see before. Here I'm going to float because he doesn't see bet a really dry board. Then he bets twice. I don't think he bets bluffers there. I mean, you can just, like, that little tiny bet size and tell that you could see from there. That's, you wouldn't be able to notice that if you weren't playing 4 or 6 tables. You going as well, are you? Just going to check back there and bet this turn for flop. Just checked back a really dry flop, and I'm probably just going to check back again. This is kind of a tough spot. Not a tough spot, but could I bet thinly? I don't see him really calling worse. That was the hand that I ate. I was going to say eights, but I just don't think he calls there. Especially with the 9. I think if the river was like a deuce or something, then I could potentially see him calling, but not with that river card. Alex has just messaged me on Skype. Alright, Hope Poker's legal. I thought it said Hope Poker's legalised or something. That's why I looked at it on video. This flop is kind of just a standards flop to c-bet, really. I think just going to c-bet that. Probably fire any heart in any, like, 10 plus, 9 plus turn. Now I'm back at PokerStars, and I label. So I've got hiccups. Like, I label every player I see. So they're the categories in general note: fish, reg, short stack, nit. Known is somebody I know personally or know whose screen name it is. So say like Alex or Big G or Neil off CC or some other guys off 2+2 or whatever. And Regfish is pink or a known leak. So I haven't actually got many known leak people yet, but so let's see if we can pick up one. Here I think just a flat. This guy's a nit short stack. could isolate there, but I figured that we're going to be playing like a multi-way pot if I isolate like 2 and he goes, and I got a weak ace in a multi-way pot, so it's kind of sick. Sucks. Not sick, but it sucks. I don't see any reason point in c-betting that flop. Super dry flop. Can't really, especially 3-way. I'm now going to obviously bet for value, and I'll probably bet when check 2 on this. Here, I'm in 2 minds whether to raise or to flat. The thing with raising, I don't really rep much. And just bet for value against this noob. Fold here. With 2 overs and a flush draw. Thinking about, can I get any value from min raising? I think that or raising. No, I think we're just flat. 10. Did he call? Hopefully, yeah, ace queen. That guy. That's why I bet fairly big. Ace 10. So 2 spots. I mean, I could raise, but I think it's a bit thin and it's going to suck dong and I'd get jammed on. But as I rep so little, and with this guy being a reg, see, he looks like a reg fish. Oh, for fuck's sake! I was meant to min raise that, but I timed out. This guy being a reg fish, look, 17-9 over whatever hands. I can get away with min raising the cutoff here as well. If I had an ace, I'd check back here, but I don't have an ace, so I'm going to c-bet. I think with a min really short fish, I can get away with really small steals. Here he's not folding anything basically, and nor is he on that turn. So shit. I mean, it's going to be likely that I don't rep hardly anything, and I don't know who he is or what he does because his stats haven't loaded up yet, so not really do much. I was going to say, with the reg and the short stack in the blinds, I can just min open. I'll probably be, if I was in the cutoff there, I'd be 2.5x in the cutoff. As this guy sort of seems like a really tight short stack. Here, this Nick calls out of position. His range is really tight. I'm going to check back for value to get more value on later streets. Just thinking, don't think I have the ace. He's more likely to call down wider. This is something I mentioned in my other video. This guy's donked all the time, so I'm just going to bump him up for value. And I do pot raises under the gun. And he donks here. I'm going to calls the flop. It's bet big. So I can jam the turn, river, sorry. Yeah, I don't really see any other player in it. Hope he had like ace-9 or something. Can have loads of 1-pair hands. And he's a fish, so it's always good. $36.25. You know, finding I've like only recently moved back to 50 altogether. Finding there's a lot more spots where you need to think about stuff. This is this guy's first hand. and he doesn't know who I am, so he's rarely going to fuck about with me. And I have data mine hands on him, and he steals 45% of the cutoff. So I mean, he's got a wide cutoff range, and he folds to c bet, 3-bets quite a bit. So, and for the fact that I'm unknown means that he's going to be playing thinking I'm. If he's a reg, like he's going to be thinking, right, this guy's a fish or a weaker player, so I'm just going to stick to my value range and not attempt to 4-bet bluff or whatever. Oh, for fuck, why do you keep timing out? Here, to the min raise, I could go either way for squeezing for value against this monkey from Australia, or flatting to keep Dravek in and play a multi-way with three fish, rather than heads up back call with a fish that could potentially hit like an overcard board when we miss our set. This guy seems kind of bad, but this table doesn't seem great overall, so I'm going to just out position. There's no reason on stars to play tables like this, to not have direct or at least a fish one to the right, as there's so many games going. It's just stupid not to. If you're only 6-tabling and you can focus on that sort of stuff. Let's see what this table's like. I don't know what. It's kind of a good way to just sit down and see, because with the data mined hands I don't know who's a reg and who's not until I sit down and actually play hands with them. Queen Jack here. Again, this is a spot where I could isolate him heads up for value, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh. Or I'm going to time out fold again. I don't really know why it's timing out. 8-2 suited. Wowzers. So it's good I saved myself some money. And he snap leaves. I don't need to make it big against him. I've just 3-bet him, so I don't want to get too out of line against him. Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's a lot of spots where I'm sort of I have to think more and do a lot more about the hand than I do. Well, that I felt I did at the 25 and out, like, because of the, I don't know what it is, like with the, I think it's with mainly with bet sizing. Like on turns and rivers, for turns and river shoves, like I need to be thinking about flops. I know I should have been doing that at 25, but it seems to be I need to do it a little bit more at 50 and 100, because I've been playing a little bit 100 as well. So which is what I think this video will be beneficiary to me a little bit more than last time. I haven't actually uploaded my other one last time yet, but here I think just can bet again for value. I think 7's fine. After he limp calls, give him the fish mark. I mean, what, like, there's a lot more spots where I'm more happy to review the bet sizing, because with 25 it's kind of like there's less to a big blind, so you can like sort of